What is happening, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new to React and you are looking forward to start your first React project, then you are in the right place. In this video, I'll be showing you a tool that is fast, lightweight, and very easy to get started for beginners in React. So without wasting any more time, let's get into it. So what is the best way to start a new React project in 2024? The answer to that question is Vite. Vite is a modern build tool. It's not a framework, it's a build tool that is very easy to use and it's very fast as compared to some of the other build tools in the market. Vite simplifies the process of setting up a React project so you as a beginner can focus on learning and writing code in React without getting bogged down by complex configuration. So the next thing that we want to do is we want to set up React project using Vite. So let's go ahead and do that. I am in VS Code right now. So I'll open terminal and I'll enter npm create Vite at latest. If you do not have npm installed, I'll post in the description below on how to install npm. So after you have typed npm create Vite at latest, hit enter. We need to enter a project name now. For me, I'll just leave it as default. And next Vite will ask us to select a framework. So for the purpose of this video, we will select React, but we do have the option to select from bunch of frameworks. So I'll select React. Next, we have to select if we want to use TypeScript or JavaScript or Remix. Now I'll just select JavaScript and there you go. Vite has finished adding a project. Now let's go ahead and open that project in VS Code. So I'll cd into Vite project and then I'll open that up in the editor. And this is the project that Vite has set up for us. So now let's go ahead and install Node modules first. So I'll do npm install. And after you have finished installing Node modules, let's run our project using npm run dev. If you want to see what commands are configured by default, you can go to package.json and you will see here there are a bunch of commands listed here. You have dev for development purposes to run your project locally. You have build to build the project and then deploy it, and then there is lint and preview commands as well. So now if you see in the terminal, our project is running at port 5173. So I'll open that up in the browser. The browser has opened on my other screen. So this is what our project looks like. It is configured with this small count React component. So you see how easy it is to set up a React project using Vite. Now, one thing to keep in mind is if you use some of the other frameworks like Next, Remix, they give you the ability to render React on the server side or static site rendering. But if you build a project using Vite, you will be doing a client-side rendering. And I think to begin with, if you're just starting to learn React, client-side rendering is fine. That is the easiest to get started in React. And once you're used to some of the concepts in React, like use effect, use state, how to manage state, how to pass props from one component to another, then you can switch to one of the other frameworks like Next or Remix and get started in server-side rendering or static rendering and more. Now you might be wondering, why don't we just use some of the famous frameworks out there like Next.js or Remix? I have nothing against those frameworks. They offer you a lot of functionality. But if you're a beginner, you do not need all that functionality. And I truly think all that functionality can confuse anyone who is just getting started in React. So that's why for a beginner who is just getting started, I highly recommend using Vite and just focusing on understanding the concepts in React. And once you understand those concepts clearly, then you can move on to these frameworks and learn server-side rendering and static rendering and much more. Now let's talk about why Vite is really good for beginners. And I've listed some of the reasons on the screen. One is speed. The way Vite works is it uses native browsers ES modules for very quick startup times. What that means is, let's say every time you make a change in your project, other build tools, they build the whole project again, which slows down the hot module reloading time and even startup times. But whereas Vite is different, Vite will only build the part that you are viewing on the screen. If you are viewing a certain route, Vite will only build that. So that's why the startup times are very fast as compared to some of the other build tools. Simplicity. You saw how easy it was to set up a React project using Vite. There is not a lot of configuration. We can configure a lot more options, but to begin with, it's very easy to just get started. The third one on on the list is beginner friendly. Vite's very straightforward on what it needs to focus on. So it allows you to set up these projects really easily. So for anyone who is just getting started in web development or React development, it's very easy for them to set up a new project and focus on understanding the core concepts and not worrying about the build tooling and all that jazz. To sum it up, if you're a beginner starting to learn React in 2024 and you are looking for a way to set up or create a new React project, Vite is your best bet. Now in this video, I haven't gone deeper into Vite. I have only shown you bare minimum of what it takes to set up a React project. But if you do want me to dig deeper into Vite and show you some of the other features Vite has to offer, let me know in the comments below and I'll create a video on that. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.